Taurus. I'm Anisha. To know more about my work, you may visit my website www.tarotbyanisha.com. For those of you who are seeking deeper clarity, be it in your love lives or your career, for a personal consultation, you may write to me at tarotbyanisha@gmail.com. Taurus, November is a very big month. We have a lot of planets that are moving. Some are going forward, some are going backward. And the big news this month is that Jupiter changes sign after a year. So Jupiter is going to be moving from your sign temporarily, and it's rolling back into Aries for till about March 2019, and then it will roll back again into your sign Taurus till about December 2019 end. Now Jupiter is he's the big daddy of the solar system. He expands. He's a giver. He's also someone who tends to bring in a lot of good fortune. Jupiter also rules as philosophy as per astrology. So it's a great time that when Jupiter comes transiting any specific house, that we delve into that specific matter, depending, say, if it's there in your 9th house. Then it's a great time to be deepening your spirituality, studying more, learning more, absorbing, traveling. So Jupiter tends to stretch our minds, and it tends to allow our spirits to grow more and evolve more. On the 7th, we have Uranus that is moving out of your sign, and it's rolling back into Aries. And this is a time where you need to be taking things of all the things that you've accomplished so far, Taurus, and specifically your relationships. So it's really not a time to be sort of beating yourself with a stick and saying, oh, I didn't do this or this got left. But it's really a time that when Uranus is rolling back, when it's retrograde, that you look at the things that how far you've come, what is the progress that you've made. It's also a time where because the planets tend to mimic each other during this time, that where it is that you were at this point of time in 2011, the lessons that you have learned during that time, it could be a similar situation. There could almost be a sense of deja vu. And it's a time for you to be sitting and thinking, okay, I'm better equipped now, and I now know how to be applying these lessons in my life. On the 7th as well, we have a new moon, and it is there in your house of partnerships, both personal as well as business, and it is joining Jupiter and Sun. So it's a beautiful placement. So it's a time where a lot of you will be discovering your partner more. There is maybe there's some collaboration. Maybe you will start some work together. For some of you, it could also mean that you are either traveling with your partner, your spouse. Some of you get married, you deepen the relationship. Some of you may make an addition to your family. You may have a child, you may adopt a child. It speaks about expanding the family. And on the 9th, we have Jupiter that changes signs, and it is moving into your house of shared resources, sexuality, intimacy, and this is also the house of power struggles. Now, Jupiter is going to be enhancing your partnerships. It's encouraging you to be working with teams. It can be that during this point of time, the teams that you work with really get expanded. Maybe you're dealing with people from across seas. Maybe there are people from different cultures, different ethnicities. Maybe you're working at an international office and you're dealing with people and you're understanding as to how it is that they work. Try to avoid power struggles, Taurians. On the 16th, we have Mars that moves into your house of groups of friends and with people with whom you share similar hobbies. So Mars is going to be activating this part. It's encouraging you to reach out to people more, people who are like-minded. It's encouraging you to find your own tribe, and it's going to be bringing about this sense of urgency with it. On the 17th, we have Venus, and she's your ruling planet. She's going direct, but the irony is that we have Mercury that is going retrograde during the same time. So while all things romantic can go forward, but Mercury, as usual, the drill of, not rushing into newer things, into newer relationships, and also backing up your data, trying not to buy anything which is really, which has to do specifically with electronics, and keeping the receipts. On the 23rd, we have a full moon that is there in your house of money. It's a house of self-worth, and this is a time to be making some changes to your relationship with yourself. So it's very important that you try not to get caught up with the money that you're making, Taurans. I think for some of you, it's not going to be lack as much as it is going to be more. Some of you could literally be spoiled for choice. So try not to sort of get too big-headed with it and say, oh, the little details can sort of take care of themselves. Try to be, I think, be kind towards yourself. It's very important that how it is that you're treating, how it is that you're judging yourself during this time. We also have Sun that is moving into your house of joint finances and resources. So it's a great time to be delving into subjects which have to do with psychology, with esoteric studies. And maybe for some of you, if you have been thinking of seeking counseling, it's a great time to be looking for a good therapist. You may be able to just find someone really nice. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, Taurans. I'll see you again soon, and thank you so much for watching.